If you remember how busy the start of 2025 felt in St. Albert, you're not imagining it. Early last year was active. Showings were steady, good homes moved quickly, and families were making decisions faster than expected. But as the year went on, something shifted. And that shift really matters if you're planning a move in 2026. If this video speaks to you and you're thinking about moving to St. Albert, don't stress alone. I'm Lee. I help families relocate here, and I live in this market day in and day out. My email and phone number are below. Reach out anytime. All right, let's walk through what actually happened. At the beginning of 2025, St. Albert had momentum. I remember a lot of conversations that sounded like, we didn't think we'd be doing this yet, but here we are. Migration into Alberta was still strong, and families who had been watching from the sidelines finally stepped in. In my own showings, well-priced single-family homes were moving quickly. Not frantic, but decisive. You had to be ready. As the year went on, things settled. Migration slowed down compared to previous years, and that pressure eased. I could feel it in my day-to-day work. Buyers started to breathe a little more. Sellers became more realistic. By the second half of 2025, St. Albert felt balanced. Not slow, not overheated, just steady. And the numbers back that. Here's what St. Albert looked like in 2025 for single-family homes. 1,056 homes sold. The average days on market was 26 days. Average list price was $595,000. Average sold price was $560,000. Now let's compare the numbers to 2024. 1,119 homes sold. The average days on market was 35. Average list price was $560,000. And the average sold price was $558,000. So yes, slightly fewer homes sold, but homes sold faster and they sold for more. That's not a slowdown, that's a market finding its rhythm. This matched exactly what I saw with families I worked with. The ones who were prepared felt calm and confident. We had time to talk things through, but we didn't have the luxury of waiting forever on the right home. When something checked the boxes, it moved. And honestly, that's the kind of market most families do best in. When I look back at the families that moved in 2025, a clear pattern stands out. Most weren't choosing the newest or flashiest homes. They were looking for a place where their kids could grow up, where routines would feel easier, and where they wouldn't feel rushed to move again in a few years. That's why I kept seeing families land in the same neighborhoods. Erin Ridge and Erin Ridge North came up a lot with families who wanted walkable schools, parks that actually get used after dinner, and the homes that felt newer but still practical. Lacombe Park drew families who loved mature trees, quiet streets, and that settled feeling the moment they drove in. North Ridge was popular with families wanting something a bit more newer without losing that community feel. And Deer Ridge, that one's personal for me. I grew up in Deer Ridge, and I remember being able to walk outside and instantly find someone to hang out with. Making friends just happened, and that sense of community really stuck with me. The gardens came up for families who wanted space, walking paths, and that calm, tucked away feeling where still being close to everything. None of these were impulse decisions. Families were choosing these areas because they could picture their real everyday life there, not just moving day. Here's the honest part I'm sharing with families right now. Going into 2026, buyers are going to be able to breathe. The market has caught up with itself. Demand is steadier. Expectations are more realistic, and planning matters more than speed. That doesn't mean prices are dropping. It means the pace is healthier. And for families trying to move with kids, schedules, and real-life logistics, that's a good thing. If you're planning a move for 2026, now is a great time to learn the neighborhoods without feeling rushed. Spend some time with my St. Albert videos here. And if you want to talk through timing, price range, and areas that fit your family best, my email and phone number are down below. And I will see you in the next video.